Hello student, welcome back to my channel. Once again, after a very long time, we will start here our class 12th physics lectures. One by one, I will start all lectures from chapter 1 to next chapter. Okay, so here today we will discuss about the first unit, electrostatics, in which we will study about the first chapter, electric field and charges. So the topic which we will discuss here in the unit electrostatic are very important. So here when we study about the electrostatics, it means that we are studying about the charge which is at rest. Here we will study about the charge at rest. Got it, student? So when we study about the charge at rest, similarly we will study later on about the charge in motion as well as the charge in acceleration. So the other two conditions we will study about the moving charges in magnetism and also in case of electromagnetism. Now here we will discuss about the charge is at rest. So dear student, when we think about charge, what is the meaning of charge and what do you understand about the charge? Think about it. You studied the all things about the charge and the electric field in your class 10th. So when we study about the charge, first we should understand about a general definition of charge. There are many definitions, but we should understand about the basic of charge. What is the meaning of charge? So here we can say charge is a physical quantity okay. In class 11th, you know about the dimensional formula and the fundamental units, and similarly on the basis of fundamental units we can easily know about the fundamental physical quantities. So is charge a fundamental quantity or not? Your question is charge a fundamental quantity or not? So here think about the fundamental quantities. As we know that here we have some fundamental quantities which we have already read in class 11th. The quantities are mass, length, time, current and temperature, then mass of substance, then luminous intensity. Got it? So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are 7 physical quantities which are known as fundamental physical quantities. So here under this condition or under these quantities, charge does not exist but current exists. So what comes? It means charge is not a fundamental quantity. It is a derived physical quantity. And you know what is the meaning of derived physical quantity? In your class 11th, you know about derived physical quantities are those which are obtained by the two or more than two fundamental physical quantities. Got it? So here the one conclusion we will receive, the charge is a physical quantity and it is not fundamental. So we can continue our definition. Charge is a physical quantity and which experiences a force in electric field as well as in magnetic field. Magnetic field. Got it? So here we are talking about the charge which experience a force in electric field, in magnetic field. But in class 10th, you know about the force acting on a charge when it enters in magnetic field. So the force which is acting on a charge when it enters in magnetic field, so this is the diagram, means the direction of magnetic field, vertically downward direction, and which is represented like this. And when any charge Q enter in this field, so this charge will also experience a force which is given by one of the formula which you have already read in class 10th, denoted by QVB. If you did not know, so you can see your books to understand this. QVB sin theta. Here sin theta comes in a condition when the charge enter in this field at a certain angle, supposed to be this is the direction which is vertically downward direction, suppose of magnetic field, at an angle theta. If the charge is entering in this magnetic field at an angle theta, that time we will use sin theta term in this formula. But in case of the condition when the charge enters perpendicularly in that magnetic field whose direction vertically downward direction, that time this theta goes to 90 and the sin theta is equal to sin 90, and sin 90 you know that 1, so our force is equals to QVB. This force is a maximum force which is experienced by the charge in magnetic field, or you can say by the magnetic field. So if we study much more about this formula, so cause of this force which is acting here vertically downward perpendicularly in this magnetic field, the path of the charge particle here is circular. We will study the all things in our upcoming chapters. So why the path of this electron or this charge is a circular? Because this force is equals to the necessary centripetal force which is provided by the magnetic field to the charge. Cause of this centripetal force which is due to the magnetic force, the path of the charge particle in that field is a circular. Point clear? So here the cause is that the centripetal force is equal to that magnetic force, which is equal to the condition at which the theta is equal to 90 degree. So after solution of these two equations, we will get the radius of this circular path in the magnetic field and many more other frequency, time period and other formulas. So we will discuss the all things in our upcoming chapter. But here when we talk about the charge, the study of charge is very large. In short, if I want to say, now here the condition, once again revise the definition. Charge is a physical quantity which experience a force in electric field as well as the magnetic field. This is the condition of magnetic field which I have explained in front of you. But suppose in that condition, in place of magnetic field, an electric field E is given. That time what happens? That time, student, the force experienced by the charge is Q into E. Here E is the intensity of electric field. But when we are talking about the charge, you can take the charge in positive way or negative way, means electron and proton. I am talking in front of you charge Q. You can replace this charge Q by electron and by proton. Okay, so when suppose we are taking here, this is the representation of electric field, one side is plus, other side is negative, and you know that from your class 10th knowledge the direction of electric field is from positive to negative. So suppose student, here in this condition, suppose a charge enters in this field. So that time what happens? And this charge is supposed to be negative. So that time what happens? In this time, when the charge enter this field, their path is circular or not? The question arises, their path is circular or not? But here the path of the charge, which is here electron, and it's entering the electric field whose direction is as shown in figure, point is clear. So what happens when it enter it? So that time, because of this negative charge, this positive charge will attract it. So as well as the negative charge repel it. So their direction is like it. Means it follow the parabolic path, or you can say the curve path, but does not follow the circular straight path. And suppose that an angle is theta. So in this condition, the force which is acting here is F is equals to QE. So that is the force which is called here electric force. Point clear? So this one is the formula for electric force. That's why I have written in the definition of charge is a physical quantity which experience a force when it enters in electric field as well as in magnetic field. Now here, after the definition, if we want to show the symbol of charge, it is small q or capital Q, and here the SI unit of charge is coulomb, on the honor of physicist Coulomb. And after that we are talking here about if the dimension formula from class 10 11th knowledge, you can easily find out dimension formula of charge is equals to AT. How it is? Because we know that I is equals to, current is equal to charge upon time, and we know that current is a fundamental physical quantity and time is a also fundamental physical quantity. So we have the dimension of current denoted by A, and here I will write like this, and dimension of time T. So after that we can write dimension of Q is equals to AT, and we will use a large bracket symbol when we are representing the dimension formula of any physical quantity. Got it, student? So note it fast. After that we will discuss one numerical based on this concept. So students, see, these are three numericals which we will do here. So before doing the all numericals in front of you, let me complete one small topics, one two small topics which you have already read in class 10th. First topic is law of quantization. As you know, with the help of this law, we can easily calculate the total charge of a conductor, or if suppose we have a charge, if we have a conductor having some charge, so with the help of that charge we can easily calculate the number of electron present in that conductor. So when we talk about the law of quantization, it tells us about the total charge of a conductor. As we know that the conductor, here we are taking solid conductor, and it is a matter made by molecules, and it is also made by atom, and atom contain fundamental particles. So here this current carrying conductor, when we think here about the current carrying conductor, because here we are reading about the electrostatics, means electricity on other hand we can say. So that time we will discuss only about the conductor here. So if suppose we have a conductor having some charge Q, and this conductor contain n number of electrons which are fundamental particles. So when we think about the total charge of that conductor, it is the algebraic sum of the all electrons which is present inside it. So we can calculate the total charge of that conductor by the product of the number of electron present in it into the charge on one electron, which is very familiar for you. It is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb, which is the charge of one electron. So, but when we think about proton, what happens? As we know that the atom is electrically neutral, so it contains equal number of proton. If suppose it contain n number of electron, it will also contain n number of proton also, but the difference is that the charge due to electron is negative, the total charge, and the charge due to proton is positive. So when we think about the formula of by law of quantization, it will be plus minus Ne, but here mathematically we can use magnitude only. Mathematically we can write Q is equals to Ne. No need to represent plus or minus symbol, because most of the questions we have already given the electron, the proton, which we are calculating in the given questions with the help of this formula. If suppose this type of question comes directly or indirectly in your examination. Got it? So this is one formula which is for you, and after that, if you will see the numerical here, you will get the conditions of, you will get the condition of series combination, and similarly the other numerical which is in front of you will easily tell you about how we can relate the current with charge. Point clear? So if we think about some after this, note it fast. After this, if we think about some basic knowledge of charge, means proton, electron. So we can see here mass of electron, what it will be? As you know that it is equals to 9.1 10 raised to the power minus 31 kg. Mass of proton, it will be 1.67 into 10 raised to the power minus 27 kg. Charge on electron, if suppose you are representing it by QE here, so it will be 1.6 10 raised to the power minus 19 of coulomb. But if you will represent the sign, you can use negative symbol. Charge on proton, it will be 1.6 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. Got it? So these are some specific value which is very helpful, which will be very helpful for your upcoming numericals. So now I will start the solution of the all numericals one by one in front of you. So ready with copy and pen and solve the all numericals along with me. Okay. So first numerical, calculate the total charge of a conductor having 2.75 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons. So if suppose, as we know that initially for first numerical, this is the solution or answer for first numerical. Now see here we have given the number of electron which is equal to 2.75 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons. Got it? After that, what we have here, we have to find Q, which is question mark, and we want to know about the formula. Q is equals to Ne in magnitude only, because here we have already given the electrons, so no need to show the negative symbol here. So after that, you can see student, Q is equals to number of electron we have given 2.75 10 raised to the power 18, and we know that the charge on electron, which is already given in standard paper, but initially you have to know about this by your heart. It is equals to this value. So when you will multiply all the quantities, you will get the charge. Here let us solve the question. 10 raised to the power minus 1 into 2 point, now multiply it fast. And 572, then 0 0, this one, decimal place 1 2 3, 1 2 3, this one, kindly check it again. Got it. So this one is 4.400 into 10 raised to the power minus 1. 10 raised to the power minus 18 plus 18 and minus 1, 19. So it will be minus 1. So means 4.4 into 10 raised to the power minus 1, or you can show it 0.44 coulomb, because here the value of electron 2.75 into 10 raised to the power this one, so the charge is 0.44 coulomb. Point clear? So you should understand about basically the value of charge in one electron and the number of electron which is given in this question. So this is the answer for this question. After that, in second question, it is asking about find the charge passing through each resistance per second. Point clear? Note it first. After that, student, see in second we have here 3 resistance. By diagram I want to show you 3 resistance having resistance 15 ohm, 30 ohm and 10 ohm are connected in series with a battery or a supply of 6 volt. So I am using here 3 cells 2 volt each. Got it? So here he is asking about find the charge passing through each resistance. How much charge if we are thinking? As we know that here current is given, but find the number of charge, or you can say find the charge passing through it. So we can easily calculate this value with the help of I is equals to Q upon T formula. So first we will calculate here I. Got it? So we have given R1 15 ohm, R2 30 ohm, R3 10 ohm. Now see, the supply voltage is 6 volt. After that, as we know that I is equals to V upon R, so here the R is equivalent resistance. And how you will get the equivalent resistance? It is very simple for you. It is in series. So you will add all the 3 resistance R1, R2, R3, 13, 15, 45, then 55 ohm. Point clear? And voltage we have given here. So I is equals to 6 upon 55. So we can find the value of I 6 upon 55 ampere. Now here we are calculating the charge, because here we are dealing the question related to charge. So I have made this question like this. We can correlate the charge with current. So here by the formula I is equals to Q upon T, because here the time is per second, means time we have given 1 second. So see, it is 6 upon 55 is equals to Q upon 1 second. So it will be Q is equals to 6 upon 55. So by dividing it, you can easily calculate the value, which is near about 0.1 55 440 400 0 400 means 8 7 7 7 near about 7.107 0.107 coulomb or 1.07 into 10 raised to the power minus 1 coulomb. Point clear? So this is the value, approximate value of charge in per second. Now after that we will discuss here about the third numerical. So for this, pause the video and note down. Now in third numerical, how many electron will flow per second in a circuit if 2.5 ampere of current is passing through it. So here how many electrons? So n is question mark and current we have given, which is equals to 2.5 ampere. So we need to calculate here n, question number third. So how you will calculate? Time also we have here, I think. How many electron will pass per second? Means time is equals to 1 second. So easily you can calculate I is equals to Q upon T by I is equals to Q upon T formula. So do it fast. So I you have here and the value of Q can be replaced by this formula n into E and time we have given. So I 2.5 ampere, n number of electron question mark, charge on one electron is this and time is 1 second. By cross multiplication you will get the solution 1.6 10 raised to the power minus 19. Do it fast and see what comes. After the solution of this, you can easily calculate the value of number of electrons here. So do it fast, beta. Got it? Do it fast. So you will solve this like it 10 raised to the power 19 will go up, positive 19, 1.6 decimal to decimal cancel. So it will come here 25 upon 16 into 10 raised to the power 19, 16 1 ja 16, decimal 459, 90, 16 5 ja 80, 10, 100, 16 6 ja 96. So here the value is 1.56 into 10 raised to the power 19 electrons. Clear? So this is the value 1.56 into 10 raised to the power 19. Rectify it fast. You can also check by using calculator if you are not able to solve it, but in examination if this type calculation comes, you will solve by manually. Got it? So do it fast. So this is the numerical based on today's topic. Today's topic is very simple, only for motivating you about the physics, how you will deal with physics when you are at your home, and how you will take an interest about the physics notebook and book also you have to make some patience when you will read physics, and don't be afraid about the physics. The concept is very tough and it is not understanding. Take some time, make 2-3 times revision for a single concept, and take some help from the other sources, so that you can easily understand about the physics and how you can easily correlate the concepts, easily correlate the physical quantities. Here in these three numerical, what we have done, we have correlated the one physical quantity with other. All numericals is in your mind, but here I am testing the conditions and apply the new condition which we have done in our previous pages with the new concept. Got it? So for your homework, if the last time homework time for you, for your homework student, what you will do nothing, only a single numerical I am giving you, in which the resistances which we have 15 ohm, 13 ohm and 10 ohm are connected in place of series. I am connecting it in parallel. Got it? By the supply of same 6 volt, find the charge passing through each resistance in per second. Got it? Now the diagram for it, you have 3 resistances which are connecting like this with the supply of what? 6 volt, 3 cells, 2 voltage I am applying, and here 15 ohm, 30 ohm, 10 ohm, and this terminal is A, supposed to be B, like this. And here, as we know that from our class 10th knowledge, the current I1, I2 and I3 are passing through the resistance of 15 ohm, 30 ohm and 10 ohm. So for this I1 the value of Q1 is different, for this I2 the value of Q2 is different, for this I3 the value of Q3 is different. So here you will get all 3, means the value of 3 charges which are different, but in condition, previous condition, they are in series. If they are in series, the same current will pass, means current is common in series condition. Similarly the charge is common also by the correlating the things. Here the charge is different because the current is different. Correlate the things when you will try to understand any concept. Okay, so this is for your homework. Do this work sincerely and give your comments and your suggestion in the comment box. Okay, thank you and have a nice day, students.